Hello everyone, this is Anna from Sellvia. Right now, you'll hear a success story from an Australian resident who started his e-commerce store as a side hustle last summer. He made almost $4,000 in revenue with very little previous experience. How are you? I'm glad to have you here today. Could you please introduce yourself and tell us a bit about yourself? What do you do for a living? What hobbies and passions do you have?
Thank you for the lovely introduction, Anna. So my name is Maulik, and previously I didn't have much experience in the e-commerce. The only experience I had in marketing and selling was selling used things or new things on Facebook Marketplace here in Australia. That was the only experience. But there, I realized like, okay, I'm good at marketing. I can like sell almost anything very quickly with proper marketing techniques. And that's how during COVID, my income stream was much restricted due to the restriction of the movements and I lost my job as well. So I had to like do Uber Eats to survive. And hence I started like seeing motivational videos as what we can do, and that's what led to me like, okay, you should have multiple income streams, and e-commerce is one of them. And that's how I got introduced to e-commerce. So when I was uh, searching on Google, that's when I came across like AliExpress and Sellvia. Apart from this, my hobbies and passions are I love cricket, watching, playing baseball as well. I've played a bit of baseball in Australia, and I love photography a lot. Like as you can see, my background, that's a photo I have taken. So I love photography as well, nature photography, wildlife photography,
Oh,
and I love marketing, selling things, and like learning more about e-commerce and how we can grow more in this, how we can make the user experience much better so that the conversion rate increases. That's some
uh,
of the things I love.
that's great. What made you think of starting an online business in the first place?
Uh, as I mentioned earlier, just I wanted to have like I currently have a full-time job, but I wanted an extra income stream, and that's what led me to e-commerce. Like I thought of various things, but e-commerce was something which automatically, because I love like marketing and like selling things, that's what automatically led me to e-commerce. Like, okay, this is something I already have a passion for. I can learn more about it, and yeah, that's what led me to e-commerce.
How long have you been running your store? How is your store performing now in numbers?
So I started running my store 2020 July. So it's been almost 7-8 months since I'm running my store. Yeah, at start I would say the store wasn't performing that well, but I slowly started learning as how to put up discounts, how to market it much better, and yeah, now it's doing much better than it was. And yeah, in almost 7 to 8 months, I have like $4,000 in total sales, and it's more than 100% profit. So like I might have invested $2,000 in marketing and $2,000 profit.
Wow.
So
Um,
yeah.
that's
Yeah, if you
amazing.
count the, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I usually experiment a lot. So if you count like that, it might be like $3,000 in investment and $1,000 profit. But if you just count the positive, then it's like a $2,000 investment and $2,000 profit.
How did you choose the niche? What's your product strategy?
So the niche was like I just love uh, automobile accessories and stuff. I usually uh, uh, keep on modifying my car, like just putting some extra things, changing some interiors. And that's what automatically led me to like, okay, I understand this, so I know what people might love. And I, because I myself understand, like, okay, this product is good, I love this, I can use this. And that's how I can relate to people. That's why I chose this auto store as my niche. And my product strategy is usually I just see what the specifications are. Is it useful to the people or not? And that's how I add that to my store. I see the reviews as well. Okay, people have given good reviews. That means the product quality is good. And whenever I see some product, I just, because I love this niche, I just click like, okay, yeah, this is good. This can work. And that's how I just yeah, add it to my store. And like, and I even test it initially. I market it, see people's responses if it is good or bad. And yeah, if it's really good, then I go on and start selling it. If not, then I just like stop it and just keep it in my store. I don't remove it, but I don't market it.
That's a good strategy. And how exactly are you promoting your store?
So I have been using Facebook and Instagram ads. Apart from that, I've recently started experimenting with Google Ads as well. I haven't gotten much into it. I'm still learning how to do it because there's not much information available out there. So it's self-experimenting, like what works, what doesn't. Sometimes, and Google, because their data user base is much larger, you can quickly just go over your budget. So it's very important to choose wisely in that. But yeah, Instagram and Facebook, that's very really easy to set up, and that you can just set it up, experiment with it, and see if it's working or not, and then you can adjust, see the graphs, and then I adjust it to just target what's my oh, that's a lovely cat. Just
Yeah.
target my audience and not target everyone else. So Facebook and Instagram has been working good for me. And apart from that, I even post on Twitter, on Pinterest as well. But that's just like organic reach. My paid promotions are on Facebook and Instagram ads through posts and stories.
How and when did your first sale happen?
It happened actually very quickly. I initially did some campings to see which product I should put on Facebook conversion ads, and then I just put out of the four products that I tested, two came out really good results. So both of them I quickly put on the conversion, and within like the first day, I got my first sale. It happened like the first day I started, and next day morning I woke up and I had a sale. And that's when I was
Oh,
like, okay, now how do I ship this item? I'm not sure. That's when I came across Sellvia.
okay.
Yeah.
Which other solutions do you use to improve your store performance? And have you tried any of our extra services?
So to improve the performance, I've recently started having a look at the SEO, and also have installed a few of the tools on my website to see the performance, to run speed tests, how quickly are the pages loading, are the images optimized, and I also have some of the add-ins from AliExpress to optimize the image and optimize the URLs and everything, so the user don't have to wait for the page to load quickly. And I also have bulk discounts, and I always offer discounts on products. And on I know Selvi has an SEO package. I have been thinking about it. I haven't used it yet. I have explored it, but yeah, I might use it. And their SEO package is really good, which I know will definitely help my store. So I will use it in the future. And the presets from Selvia that I have used to add products to my store, and that's really good. Like in just one click, it just adds everything up. And yeah, that I really love in Selvia. Like it just adds up everything, and you don't have to select product by product or have a look and then add everything manually. Just a click of a button, it adds everything. So that's a few of the things I love about Selvia.
Um, in the future, it can become even more automated. We are working on this.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm hoping. Fingers crossed.
What can you tell us about managing your business on a daily basis?
It's quite hassle free actually. If you just are happy with the amount of sales you are getting, then it's just okay. Have a look, whatever sale you are, just ship the items using whatever if you are in US, Sellvia is a good option. Anywhere else, then you can do through AliExpress as well, and whatever your stores supply is, just ship it. That's just the daily things, and I sometimes just have a look if there are any updates available on my plugins and my website. If everything's performing well, it's just like an hour or two every day. That's it. Sometimes like I don't even look for days, and then just like every day I just ship the items. That's it. I don't even look at the website, and updating the Selvia products every 3 days because stocks change and price change might happen. So just that's majority. It just takes up like sometimes just half an hour, sometimes just an hour or two. And on the weekends, I have like at a deeper look at like, okay, what my next strategies should be for promoting the store to get more sales, if I should change the prices of some products so that I can boost the sales. So on weekends I give more time, but on weekdays it's just like sometimes half an hour, sometimes an hour.
What do you think are the main reasons behind your business growth over time? Like more experience?
Over time, yeah, learning actually what works and what doesn't. This is such a line where you don't need to have too much prior experience. You just learn as you go. So you just start experimenting, and from the results you learn, you read more blogs, and then Selvia also keeps on sending emails about how to grow, how to learn. So just read them. They are really informative. People success stories and stories about how to market your store and what works and what not, and you learn from that. Experiment if it works for your store. If it works, then yeah, stick to that. If it doesn't, think about something else what you can do to make your store work. So just constantly keep on experimenting and learning from not just your failures but success stories of other people as well. And that's how you slowly eventually like start getting sales and grow in this niche.
How would you rate your experience with Sellvia from 1 to 10?
Like overall for the what the current setup is, I would give 9, and might give a 7, 8 because there are few suggestions that might really help owners as well. Yeah, so 7, 8. Like it's very hassle free, so no complaints about that. But some features which might even make it much better for the users.
Okay. Can you tell
Yep.
what features do you need?
Yes, actually, there's one feature where I don't know why it's not there, but it's the returns and refunds. I've just got one return, and it was like a very genuine one. Like it wasn't properly fitting his vehicle. So he said, "Okay, give me the address. I will ship it to that address, and then you can give me a refund." But I didn't have anywhere to ship it. So if Selvi has that option where I can like just print a label and email it to the customer, and he can just ship it to the Selvia. And if Selvia finds it okay, then they can give me a refund. Because in that case, I had to just give a refund without actually knowing.
Okay,
Returns
yes,
and
we're
refunds.
working on
Yeah,
this. Yeah.
yeah. If it's a genuine complaint, yeah, then maybe Selvia can issue a refund. Like okay, Selvia can again sell it, and it's a genuine complaint. Then Selvia can issue a refund to me because that time I had lost the whole money. I had to like refund everything to him, and I didn't get anything from that. I
Um,
didn't get much, but yeah, just in case if you can work where I can print a label and send to the customer and they can ship it to you. And if it's a genuine return, then you can maybe issue me a refund.
well, yes. Um,
That
we're working on improving this part of the
yeah,
system.
yeah, I know.
Um,
I know. Yeah.
okay.
And second thing would be like in the marketing, there are only images available. If videos would be available, it's much better because videos work better in on
Uh,
marketing. The marketing material of the products, there are only images available. The images are really good, but if there would be videos available, it would be much better because videos work better in marketing compared to images.
well, after the interview part, you can just tell me what products are more interesting for you, and I can send you some videos. What do you like the most about Selvia?
The most about Selvia is they also have the Selvia Academy. That's one of the things I like the most, and the most is like with the plugin, just click order from Selvia, and they automatically add all the addresses, everything, so we don't have to type and then just pay and done. It's like done nearly in seconds. And it's very fast. That's the thing I like most about Selvia. Like even if I have a busy day, I can just ship the order in like a couple of seconds. Like I don't have to keep typing every all the information, and I don't have to wait for the information also to transfer. Like just order from Selvia, and in a couple of seconds all the information of the customer is transferred to Selvia, and then I just pay and it's done.
And
So
what
that's
are the most important things that you have learned during your business journey? What has changed in your life?
important thing is discipline, which I've learned that if you are running, you can't just leave your store like, okay, I will have a look at it later. You have to do something every day or else you won't get success. So discipline is a thing that I've learned. Like irrespective of what, every day you have to have a look at the store. You have to ship your orders. You can't just keep the customers hanging, and you have to reply if customer put some complaints or some feedback, then you have to reply to them every day. That's how you get better customer engagement. That customer see, oh, he's active, he or she is replying, then that's how they are attracted to better towards the store. And also think from a customer perspective, like think if you were the customer, what you would like in a store, what you would want. And that's another thing that I've learned. So that helps in growth.
Any final words of wisdom for those willing to start their own online business?
Yes, just don't think too much. Just if you have some savings, just take the step. Like it's almost if you get a ready-made store from Sellvia, you don't have to do anything. They just set up everything for you, and then they transfer the store to you, and it's very easy to run. Like within a week, you can just start selling products, and on you can learn on the journey. If you have doubts, they have excellent customer service. You just fill up the contact form, and they will reply back to you next day. So any doubts will be cleared right away. So it's just take the leap. Don't think too much.
And what are your next goals?
My next goal would be to make my sales like 3 times of what, and learn more about Google Ads so I can promote on Google Ads as well, which will help increase the sales. And yeah, maybe tying up with Sellvia so I can like start Sellvia in Australia as well. Because yeah, initially when I like you got Sellvia, I asked them like, is it available anywhere else? So they were like, no, currently it's just available in US. It's not available elsewhere and anywhere else. So in case I make a huge profit, I might talk to them and maybe start a warehouse in Australia, because Australia and New Zealand also have a very big e-commerce background.
Yeah.
I
And
really would be interested in doing that.
well, our
Yeah.
team is grateful for your inspirational feedback and wishes you new exciting business horizons to explore. Thank you a lot.
Thank you so much. And yeah, thank you for giving me a chance to talk about my journey.